Truth is, I was born and raised in church. That's where I was all of my childhood. And as I got a little older, I started going to church a little more inconsistently. And kind of how I would describe it is when I was really empty, I was in the back pew, right? Like when I was really depleted and really needing Jesus, I was in the back pew. I went through this stint when I was newly married to my amazing husband, Kenny. He had a stint in his life where he abused alcohol, and thank you, Jesus, we're past that. But it was tough. And I remember for weeks on end or months on end, I would come by myself and sit in one of the back pews and not talk to anybody, but just be here. But the same thing happened every time. See, the same thing happened is eventually I filled up. Eventually I got enough Jesus that I felt okay. And then I was like, all right, I got this. Peace, God. I'm going to go do this on my own again. And every time it was just back to church when it got rough, back on my own once I was full. And then I had Charlotte, my baby girl, my firstborn. And it wasn't this like huge radical change. It was simply, I want to raise my baby to know Jesus. That was it. I was raised in the church, probably should raise her in the church. And that was honestly all it was. So my husband and I committed to coming to church every single Sunday. That was the step we took. And my cup got a little more full. And then pretty soon I met some really amazing friends. And they invited us to join in a group. So we did. We started Bible study. Eventually, I started reading my Bible every day. And one step after another, I signed up for Rooted. I loved it. I started facilitating Rooted. And one step after another, I was no longer depleted and full. I just got to stay full, right? Life still sucked sometimes, bad. But at least I had a full cup of Jesus to help me through it, if that makes sense, right? So mine wasn't this catalytic event of turn on the faucet and my cup is full because of one sermon or anything. It was just one baby step after another. And sometimes a baby step didn't feel like baby step, but one step after another. And the most recent step I took was to join the Life Center Kids team here. And now it's kind of fun because this is the first step where I feel like it wasn't all about me. It was actually more about, I really want to help children find and follow Jesus. I really want every child to come to Life Center to take a step closer to Jesus. And that's really my story. And honestly, I can't wait to see what the next step is.
Okay, so it was 6 years ago that you guys made that decision to just come every week, and then step after step after step, you got closer to Jesus and it changed your life.
Yeah.
So 7 years ago, did you ever imagine that you would be here sharing your story with people about how Jesus has transformed your life?
Absolutely not. Like, I was chasing the dream. I was self-employed, 2 businesses, more. Eventually, 7-acre farm, 21 chickens, 30 apple trees, like you name it.
No,
like
that's not the dream for me. That's not.
It was my dream. But it was only our dream for about 3 years, and then we realized, like, all of our life goes to stuff. Like, on the weekend, I'm like, come on, kids, it'll be so fun. Let's clean the chicken coop. It'll be great. Like, and eventually, I mean, that wasn't where we were 7 years ago, but that's where we were striving to be. That's all our eyes were focused on was more. That was it. And since then, we actually, not saying that anybody should do this, but we up and sold the farm. We sold everything. We're actually living in a 3-bedroom apartment.
So you literally sold the farm?
We literally sold the farm.
That's a phrase, if you didn't know.
We sold the farm. And I live in an apartment. I haven't had to shovel once this year.
Nice.
It's great. I don't want to be there for life, but it's so good right now. It's an opportunity to pour into my babies, to pour into the babies here, and it's great.
Awesome.
But
So,
no way would I thought I've been here. No way.
Yeah. Well, Jesus can do amazing things, can't he?
One step at a time.
Awesome. Well, let's thank Katie again.
Thank you.
Thanks, Katie.